We often spend energy when we're developing our mission statement or rewriting something as we're working on our 5 year vision statement to assess our values and get concrete understanding of what those values mean. Unfortunately, though, it's hard to be able to keep those values front and center with our employees. We talk about them often at an orientation or some different things that we might deliver to employees from time to time. But how do we really keep them alive? One of the favorite things that I did in the organization that I was a part of for 17 years is I would spend time talking with my team members about the values. In my last leadership job, one of the most critical ways that we did this, and the key things that was pretty easy for me, is every time that we had one of our team huddles, we did them multiple times a week. We just picked one a week where we would talk about a value. And I'd bring up the company website, look at that value. We'd read the value itself and then the summary statement that described that value. And I would ask the same question every time. How does this value resonate with you today? What was fascinating to me is that as I talked about the values and each of my team members shared where that value resonated with them in that moment, it often changed. There'd be something out of the summary statement that they'd pull forward and say, I hadn't thought about this word. It hadn't jumped off the page to me before, but it really is connecting with me, and here's why. Or in our work, we're working with a variety of different people across the organization, different coworkers. And so they'd say, wow, on this project, I can tell you that this value is one that's really difficult for me because I'm struggling with this particular client. Or they might say, this value is something that we share in common and it's actually been really helpful. And I can tell why we're gelling and why the project's going well. So these live and organic conversations were really helpful for us. We learned the values, we learned to connect them to the work that we were doing, and we also got to learn a little bit more about each other and the way we thought about the world and the things that were important to us. It usually took us, for a small team of 5 people, maybe 5, 10 minutes for those weekly conversations. And my team over and over again talked about how much that meant to them and how much they appreciated that time. So you can connect values in a variety of different ways, but definitely get employee conversations going around them. You'll be surprised at what you learn.